Hello everyone. It's so incredibly warm again. Like in my room, once again, it's just like it's like I'm living in a sauna. It's actually like I'm living in a sauna. But how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Also, why is the game not showing? There you go. But yeah, no, it's like the temperatures are crazy. So if you hear a fan in the background, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry about that. It's just so incredibly warm that it's like I'm dying. Okay, I'm dying. But we have to finish this build. Like, this is a very important build for the next episode. As the next episode is going to be for the monks, so we have to build like a monastery. Now, this one is actually. That was a jump scare? What do you mean that was a jump scare? But basically, we just have to like finish this thing. Gonna make all of these roofs look a little bit smoother, as if it's like from a different game, basically. Because like, let's be honest, when you see Minecraft, you expect to see shapes like this, just like the squares. I mean, sure, this is still squares, but I don't know, it just gives a different vibe. Your TV was a little loud. I mean, it sounds like a you problem. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a you problem. Oh no, I can be at 20,000 volume. I'm just not gonna scream. But we have to work on this. We actually do have to work on this because it is looking a little bit strange at the moment. So that's a nice build. Thank you, thank you. We spent so much time on it already, and I wanted to finish it yesterday evening, and then I got into a call with some friends, and we ended up playing Peak. We actually got to the top. I got to the top without dying a single time, and also I saw the Scoutmaster. Very fun. I'm also having my lunch in the meantime. Yeah, I know it's 3 p.m. But I don't care. Now the thing is, I need to find like a nice gradient for the walls. Because I was thinking, we could technically have something like this. Where you basically have like a mixture between like mud and like the mud bricks and stuff like that. And then you have like a layer of this on top. Like, that could technically work, but it might be a little bit too dark. Because if we just quickly go over here, just select this, and then we turn this into, let's just replace it with mud. It looks a little dark. Like, I don't know what's going on, but this mud seems lighter than that mud. It actually seems lighter than that mud. So it's like, I don't know what to do with this, and I'm trying to like figure it out. So I was thinking, if we actually follow the castle that it's inspired on, which is, by the way, an actual existing Japanese castle. We would have to look at these. Maybe some diorite. Maybe some granite. Not granite. What was it called? It's calcite. Calcite. And then maybe some wool. And then maybe some... some white concrete. Even though that's a bit greyish. So probably not. Like, we could look at this, for example, like these colours. I really don't like the diorite. Polished diorite, at least. We could look at these colours and see if we can do something with that. But even then, I would say maybe this one over here, then this one over here. Maybe more like this? And this is once again a bit too grey, so that one would fit more over here. But something like that could work. It would cost us a lot, though. Also, hello, Wandering Trader. How are you? What are you selling? It's not like I'm not going to buy anything, but... Nice. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm shorter, it's so I can actually reach, like, these areas over here. In case I need to place something, I can just reach this. You're blinded by the wall. Wait, what? Okay, let's just quickly clear the selection. Now we're going to use a box select instead. So we can select these ones and go all the way over here. And select the opposing corner. Like that. And then what we could do is, once we press enter, we have it selected. We could do a gradient painter, and then make it like circular. And then add all of the blocks that we have over here in it as well. Which is going to be diorite, then that's going to be calcite, then it's going to be, what's it called, pale oak, this one, oops, then it's going to be normal pale oak planks, and then white wool. Which now, if you did something like this, it does that, which is not good. So we need to turn it the opposite way around, so that it does this instead. Okay, that should work. Ooh, the diorite is very dark looking. But maybe it still works if we use a plane shape. No, you're not going to be blinded. It's not going to be that bad. I should have made it larger. That's okay. We'll just quickly fill it in and see what it looks like on the outside. don't think that's going to work. I think that's too many colours. Like, this makes it look like a birthday cake. Okay. What if we do it this way instead? What if we just use a normal painter? Not a noise painter, a normal painter. Then we select the active block to be wall. Actually, we don't have to, because we can just replace this with wall. And then we can maybe remove the brownish layer in the middle. What brownish layer? What if you just paint over it like that? I think we got to make it smaller. And then we can go for the next one, which would be the pale oak wood. These ones. Now, I could be that I'm like ruining everything, but that's okay. Because we're just like trying stuff out right now. And I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not an artist. In case you couldn't tell. Hello, Copper. How are you? No, I'm not an artist at all. No, because that's going to look like shit. Okay, no, we're not going to do this. Maybe we just need to find like a couple of blocks instead. I'm doing pretty well. Cannot complain. How many wandering traders do we want here? You think it would be good without the planks? So you would say this. Because I don't think so, because of diorite. Like, diorite is very, very dark. I mean, technically we could add in snow instead. So that you have snow on the lighter end. That you have it like this. Oh, I know they do. I know they do. And then to kind of like add up for it, we could add like white concrete. No, white concrete doesn't really work that well. Hello, Summer Gamer. How are you? Okay, what if we actually listen to you for the first time? And we just do this and then move this one up. You like the concrete? Yeah, but where does the concrete fit? That's my question, because it's slightly darker than this one. And because this one's yellowish, it seems to be slightly darker than this one, but it's not. Because now it looks lighter, right? Like this one looks lighter. So if we now go for this, and then for this, it seems like there's just like this random grey bit in between. But if we would swap it around, it seems like this one doesn't fit in. Like we could add it if we did this. And that makes it look like this. Oh. Wrong button. It could work, to be fair. It could work. You know what? You might be right. You might actually be right that this could work. Let me just quickly replace everything to the basic. So we have this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go down the middle. I hope you guys do like the shape of the roof though. Because like I really love it actually. Just so you know, this is the original picture. That's the original picture. I feel like we got quite close to it. But let me just quickly go down the middle. I went to the side, my bad. Middle. Middle. I don't know. I honestly have no idea how the XP thingy works. Let's just make this huge. Don't tell me I'm on the wrong layer. I am on the wrong layer. I'm stupid. I'm actually stupid. Wait. Let's find the middle of this block. There we go. And then we go up here and we select this one. And there we go. The entire wall is now painted. Now, I do think that we need to change a little bit because I don't think the seed is good. That might be a little better. Some parts look weird, but we can change that. That's no problem. We can just boop, boop. Boop, boop. We can go over here as well. Change this one. Change this one. This one. Average eyes experience the wrong layer. I mean, what can I say? Maybe I am an artist. It looks a little bit strange though. But we could still use it. We just have to add a lot of details to the outside of it. Because if you start using stuff like trapdoors and maybe even some of these, or like some of these and some of these. Hello, Sniper Princess. How are you? How are you doing? Because we could possibly just do stuff like this. Adding like small details to it. You're good. That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. By the way, have you guys watched my latest video? trying to figure out what I want to do. I mean, this is going to be extremely expensive if I did this all across. So we're not going to do that. I don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know. Wait, can somebody try to like the stream and see if the XP goes up? And can somebody else try to spam the hearts to see if that works? Because I don't know if that works. Wait, it has... Okay, wait. So it says that to get to the list, you need to collect XP. You can do that by sending live chat messages, super chats, and super stickers. So just chatting will get you XP. Super chats, we say no, we don't say that. I'm just relaying to you what YouTube says it does. Those aren't enabled. I don't think I can enable them. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Like by the time that we have 4,000 public watch hours, I know that I'm gonna have like memberships, super chats, ad revenue, all that kind of stuff. And last video got us over 100 hours, which is insane. That's absolutely insane. Okay, let's see. So now if we do the same thing. Oh, it's crooked. I can full monetization. Let's go. Does rewatching a video count? Yes. Of course it does. It's still watching a video. You don't like the YouTube emotes? Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, did you guys end up watching my my very first, at least not my very first, but my first YouTube long form video in 4 years? Have you guys watched it? And if so, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Fish. I need to finish watching it. Oh no! You haven't even seen the awesome reveal of the end. Okay, should be a total of 8.5. So let's quickly move it over. There we go. 8.5. Now we can go out of it again. We can turn the replace mode on and just zoom past this. I realize I forgot to do this. I forgot to do it again. And again. Did I forget it everywhere? I think I might have. Cat in the box. You know what? This might actually be the right choice. This might just be the right choice. I know I have to change a little bit on these ones. That will happen sometime in the future. Let's be honest, like that will happen later on. But it was definitely the right choice. So we're going to clear the selection again, and we're going to create a new box select from this point over here all the way to the other side. Hello. Oh, wait, what? I didn't select it. Meow. Now it's selected. Where did the floor go? Where was the floor? What? You ate the floor. Was it tasty? I hope it was tasty. It was very tasty, yum yum. Good. Okay, let's clear that selection and then we go over here. Huh. Okay, let's see. So now that we're in here, we should be able to select the gradient painter once again and just go up to like 8.5. There we go. That's 8.5. So now this should be painted. That's the wrong button. And then we just have to add some stuff over here as well. And kind of change the direction of these. What's the lightest block that we used? Snow? Okay, snow. And then it's wool, I think. Yep. Let's see. Let's go to the inside. Let's turn around. How does that look? Because I have no idea how this actually looks. I mean, I think it's gonna work. Like, that's for sure. Because of the shade. Second layer from the top. So you're talking about this one. I mean, let's go to the other side. I feel like it would still work though. It definitely still works. But we can check it just to be sure with like some shaders. Yeah, no, everything is like the right, like everything seems very similar, which is good. Also, can we just talk about how tall this shadow is? That's insane. Oh yeah, no, but that's like always the case. That is always the case. Like everything looks better with shaders. I can show you. When we look at my last build that I did for the hardcore world, which is this one. Don't look at the aspect ratio. There we go. This is what it looks like without shaders. It still looks pretty cool. Like, there's nothing bad about it. But then with shaders, it just changes the vibe completely. And then if we would put the time to night, so if we do override time and just make it like night, this is what it looks like at night, right? Like you can see it's night. That's what it looks like at night, which is still good. So let me just turn this off so you can see it a little bit clearer. And then with shaders, it looks like this at night. Like, it looks much more lively. Actually, so cool as well. Like, when you go a little bit further away, it actually just looks like there's like a village over there. I actually really love it. I really love it. I'm still so incredibly proud of this build, especially since I did it all without, like, Axiom and stuff like that. Like, everything, okay, except for the trees. Except for the trees. The trees I use a little bit of Axiom for. It's still mostly built by hand. And then I, like, imported it into the world with, like, Matka, so I could just replace it. But I do love this build. Also, just a small thing. Over there, like where my mouse is, there's stony peaks over there. That is where the monastery will be. Like that area over there, like 1,200 blocks that way. So it's going to be like over here somewhere. Like somewhere over here is where that will be. Just like a little fun fact. Also, the world looks so impressive with like these insane horizons. Like, it looks so cool. Right, let's get back to this, and we're just going to try to replace some of the blocks that we still have to replace to create that shadow effect from the ledge. Same thing already happened over here, so this is completely fine. And now we just need to go to this side over here, fill it in. Turn off the replace mode. And now turn on the replace mode again, so we can just kind of place it a little bit at random. Oops. And we can do that with the wall as well. Not what I meant to do. And now we're going to do that with the snow as well over here a little bit. So that's that. Now this part over here. I know that technically I have to like light up this area as well, because otherwise monsters will spawn inside of the walls, but that is something I'll probably just do on the actual like hardcore world. There we go. Now we can use the extrude filter. Let me just clear the selection there. And then if we use the extrude filter, we can just... There we go. And as you can see, it has indeed been extruded. I'm trying to like get there without like too much lag. There we go. Yeah, it's fully been extruded. And now we can do the same thing over here by just turning on the replace mode. And just kind of going wild. I'm debating if I'm gonna take a nap before going to the summer festival today. If you're gonna take a nap, make sure that the nap doesn't last that long, because otherwise you're gonna feel even more tired. Like, that's one bit of advice I can give you. Make sure that the nap doesn't take super long, because otherwise it was basically useless to take a nap. You know, my colleagues are going to meet up at like 8:30, so I have plenty of time to be fair. True. But the thing is, if you take a nap, 15 minutes is a good amount of time for a nap. If you take a nap for an hour, you're going to feel even more tired, even more groggy when you wake up. Trust me, as an experienced napper, you don't want to nap for too long. Do you guys remember when you were doing like shading, etc., for the very first time on Minecraft? That you would do it in a special way. Let's just say that you would literally just like put your hotbar full of stuff and just like scroll as quick as you can, just placing it down like that. They would just kind of go like this. Do you guys remember that? You've never shaded in Minecraft? Or like texturize? You never do that. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. It doesn't work. Hold up. That might be a small issue, because it is supposed to. It is supposed to work. I basically had like a conversation, by the way, with the new management at Dedicated MC after like all of the stuff happened. But basically, and when I say like all of the stuff that happened, it's pretty much like that some of their employees got the bad end of the stick, let's just say that, to say it nicely. Old management basically didn't... Like, the very old management was fantastic. Then the newer management was horrible. But that's now been, like, fixed. And I went into conversation with them. I was like, hey, listen. All of this stuff happened. What is going to happen to DMC in the future? Is it still going to be like a similar case where it's like, I want to be able to like provide something that is valuable to you guys instead of just to me? And basically they explained everything that they were planning to do, and I was like, okay, you know what, no, that sounds a lot better. Jesus Christ, my housemate is being very loud. But in any case, they kind of like explained what was happening, and they also explained like how they were going to fix it, how they're going to look at it and stuff like that. And it sounded a lot better than it did before, because before there was no conversation between like anyone really. And I do trust them. I do trust the new management. I had literally like an hour-long conversation with them as well. So I told them like what my ideas were for content. I did tell them like, please do give me like a bit of a break, because like before it's gonna like happen and pop off and stuff like that, if it's even gonna pop off, I do have to find my footing. They're like, yeah, no problem, no problem. Which is very, very chill. They were very chill about it. But the link should still work. That's one thing I can say, that my link should still work. It's starting to look very cool. I'm starting to love the shading of it. Endo, can you explain what happens when you click on it? Because the thing that should happen is that when you click on it... Oh, it just says this side cannot be reached. Hold up, I'm gonna message them. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to... I'm just asking them about it. And see if they can fix it. I hope so as well. I genuinely hope so as well. Because, like, the thing I'm working towards, by the way, which is very exciting news, is that I'm going to create a separate server for people who are subs on Twitch, but also for people, like, ones that unlocks for people on YouTube. So that when a video gets uploaded, I'm gonna download the world, the hardcore world, and I'm gonna put it on a separate server where you guys can just explore. So it's gonna be like basically like after every single like episode, the world's gonna be updated, and then you can see like what I've built in the previous episode and find like little things that I didn't show on the video. Of course, in peaceful mode. Not in hardcore. I mean, I can't really do that to you guys. It would be funny though, putting you guys in hardcore. Because it's like a passion project of mine, you know? Like it's something I'm very proud of, and I wanna share that with you guys. You can't wait until that drops. I mean, technically, I could already make it available if I start like a Patreon or something. I just have no idea how Patreons work. Now we got to smooth out this part over here. So what I'm thinking is we should probably use a different slab, so we can then change it in a bit as well. Because that's already going to make it look a lot smoother. Now let's see. You as well. And we're not going to do too many things over here. Let's clear the selection. Let's select these ones. And then let's replace these with the deep slate tiles. There we go. That is much smoother. Holy crap. That is so much smoother looking. But there's something I don't like about it. No, that's even worse. I think I know what I don't like about it. Yep. That is much better. That is so much better. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. We just build a mumbo. We just build a mumbo jumbo. I believe the last one is like a bit wider. No, it's only one. So it's 2, 2, 1, 1. 2, 2, 1, 1. I do feel like I forgot this one. Did I? I did. That was it. That was it. So now we should be able to... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is something missing on one side. What is missing? Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing this one. Not anymore. Replace this with the deep slate ones. There we go. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so now we have smoothed out a lot of the roofs already. We still have to work on like the straight parts and on this part as well. But a lot of the roofs have been smoothed out so much already that it does look insane. I just kind of want to know what it looks like from above. Because the higher we go, the more layers you start to see. Could I look at the map? Yes. Am I lazy? Also yes. That kind of looks sick though. That actually kind of looks sick. I feel like for a second episode, this is going to be such a sick build, because... Okay, wait. The one thing I never realized is how many materials am I actually using? Like, that's a true question. How many materials am I actually using? Also, there's some other things that I have to focus on as well, which is mostly adding details. Because this doesn't work, you see? Hey. It's true, but you don't have to say it like that. How are you doing? What's your last video? I was very impressed by your quality. Thank you so much, Marcel. Thank you so much. I'm doing fantastic, by the way. I'm so happy with how that video turned out. And next video is going to be even cooler. But currently we're designing the build for my next episode. Which, by the way, is taking way too long. Can my YouTube stop tweaking? Dang. But yeah, thank you so much, Marcel. I really appreciate it. Like, I had so much fun making that video. And also because it's my first video in 4 years. And my first video I've ever edited myself. So I'm incredibly proud of it. And I'm so happy with how many people actually enjoyed it. And also, I think I'm the first person to do a Dungeons & Dragons inspired hardcore world. I don't know how true that statement is, but I think I am. Okay, let's see. Does that make it smooth? I think it does. I think it does, which is amazing because that's what we want. We want it smooth. Okay. Now, let's just do this, actually. We're going to do it in a little bit of a different way. We're going to select it. We're going to copy it. And we're going to go over to the other side and just paste it in and turn it around. And make it fit. Just like that. Not really in the D&D space, so what are you building? I'm currently building something for the monks. So, if we look at the monks, basically the short version of the lore behind it is the spiritual ascetics and protections of mystical energy known as ki, the magical essence which flows through all living things. Monks utilize this energy to augment their own physical abilities, granting them extraordinary speed and strength. Monks could also use their own ki to alter the energy flow in other living creatures for both defensive and offensive purposes. And then, like, if you look at like the areas where they would live, you would usually find them in monasteries. So I'm currently building a monastery for the like the Stony Peaks. Something that I feel like would suit their vibe best. So that's what we're currently designing, and then what I'm going to do later on is I'm going to be moving it into the hardcore world with like Matica. So it becomes like this like blueprint. Let me actually show you what that looks like. Just so you kind of like know. How do I open like Matica menu again? What do I have set to? M? No, not M. N? No. B? No. What? Hold up. What do I have it set to? How do I open you? I'm gonna have to try every single button real quick. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. 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 Of course it's not that one. No, 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 no. What are you set to? Hello? I know what that is set to. They have it set to one of the F... That's F11. F11 is the wrong one. I forgot the key! I forgot the key! No! I tried every single button possible. Did I? I did! I tried every single button possible and I forgot which one it is. Hold up, I should be able to find it in the thingy. Wait. I'm so confused. I used it in my last video as well. Where is the thingy that I need? It's Tweakaroo. Where's Tweakaroo? At the T. T, 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 T. Okay, you're gonna see me tweak in a bit. Jesus Christ. Where is it? Try M and C. The map is kind of blocking it. Wait, watch this, watch this. I'm gonna show you some magic trick. I'm gonna show you a magic trick. Hold up. Where is it? Magic trick. Whoa! Ah, that's not the right one. Wait. Wait, this is not the right thing. That's just for the controls. Am I struggling again? Yes. Yeah. It's set to equals. That's it. That we found it. We found it. It's set to equal. Okay. So we're gonna do it's a move the player. Oh no. I am so bad at this. Listen, I'm not meant to be a YouTuber, right? I'm not meant to be a YouTuber or a streamer. But to be fair, it creates some funny moments. So, you know what? I feel like it's forgivable. Now what we can do is we can set this to... I'm always struggling. That is true. Is that how you spell it? I think so. Listen, English is not my first language, okay? But now that we have selected, we should be able to open it. And as you can see, loads of methods over here. You can even see the material list. Oh. Oh god. I just realized how many materials I need. Yeah, so next episode is going to be a grind. Next episode is going to be a grind. Okay. But basically what we should be able to do is if we load this one, as you can see, you just fully load it into the world. You can just load it into the world like this, and then you have like a blueprint of it, and then once it's like placed down like this, I can set it to like layers and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter how I do it, but I can set it to like layer by layer, and then every single layer I can just like build. Yeah, have fun burning through 50,000 shovels. Thank you. I'm probably gonna just get a couple of snow golems. I'm probably just gonna get a couple of snow golems and just make a small like snow farm for it. Does the auto plays feature odor? Wait, order. Oh, so yeah, the auto plays feature. Basically, what that does, I can show you. Is that if I go into configuration menu real quick and just do single layer, and then we just change the layer to like the bottom layer over here. What you'll see is that if I have auto place on or easy place, it does this. So I could just kind of like walk along. I just place it like this by just holding right click. Like I'm holding right click. If I don't hold the right click, of course I'm going to walk off. But it allows me to just build the blocks very quickly. That's basically what it allows me to do. As you can see, it's still going to take like ages. And then once you go to the next layer and stuff like that, it's going to do this. Is it because of the last name? And is it because of the last name? But yeah, it basically just allows me to place blocks mid-air as well. Like, I can just place that block. It doesn't really matter. Even, like, if we go up here, like, oh, I can still place it. Normally, you should not be able to. But that is all it does. So it still takes a lot of time to, like, design the build and to generate, like, to get all of the materials. But it does allow me to just, like, work ever so slightly more efficiently. You wrote Oda. The best thing is I can understand German as well, so it's completely fine. There we go. But yeah, it basically just allows me to place the blocks a little bit easier, but I still have to collect every single material, and I don't have to look around my inventory for it. It will just pick the right block. And for a build this big, that is going to be such like a lifesaver. In case you're curious, wie gut kannst du Deutsch? The thing is, my German, like, understanding German is pretty much fluent for me. Writing in German, I'm quite good at. Reading German, I'm quite good at. And, like speaking is the one issue that I have. Deutsch ist nicht gut. Aber ich kann ein klein bisschen Deutsch. Ein klein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. I will hate... The thing is... Okay, wait. Do you guys want a sneak peek? Deutsche Sprache, schwere Sprache. But, do you guys want a small sneak peek on some of my upcoming projects? Because this is still considered simple. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. A future build idea that I have, by the way, if you guys know Lord of the Rings, you might know Erebor. Erebor is a it's kind of like this dwarven area. I want to recreate that in hardcore. That's going to take ages. That's going to take absolute ages. But the one thing I'm looking most forward to, but also not, is 3 different things, actually. So there's one for the tieflings. The tieflings will have an area above, like in the overworld, but also in the nether. And that is going to be where the issues lie. The nether. Let me just show you what my inspiration is for the tieflings. This is my inspiration for the tieflings. I'm looking forward to it, but also that build's going to be 10 times more difficult than this one. Then another one I'm looking really forward to, but this one, kind of funny that I don't understand the word that's about D&D. So Tieflings is a race, I would say, in D&D. It's like a humanoid race that is kind of like between like a demon and a human, kind of that like vibe. If that makes sense. Then another idea that I have is for the drows. The drows, by the way, to explain, is kind of, the drows are kind of like elves. They are a like a species of elf that live in the Underdark. Now, for the drows, I want to one day empty out an entire, I mean, an entire ancient city, because we need that. We need that area. So we're going to be emptying out an entire ancient city, completely flattening it to the ground, and build like a massive castle over there, which is going to look somewhat like this. That's going to be like the idea for the drows. And then one of my favorite classes is the wizards. Wizards are kind of like pricks, you know? Like a wizard is kind of like a prick. They have to show their magic. They have to be like, oh, look at us. We have magic. We're stronger than you. So, of course, I had to decide that I want to make a floating island for them. A floating island with a city on top of it. So these are some of the ideas that I'm looking really forward to, but also not really, because it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time to actually be able to build this. And especially if I want to make a monthly episode, as that is basically how much time I have, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be so much work. Like for the last, and I'm not kidding when I say this, to be fair, I'm still learning Premiere Pro. For the last video, and let me just quickly. For the last video, I spent a total of so why am I doing it this way? Hold up. Am I stupid? For the last video, I spent a total of 15 hours recording, then cutting it down to a 20-minute video, and putting like some small basic edits in it. It took around 50 hours of work. How often do you stream? I stream 3 times a week. This is actually my 4th time this week, but 3 times a week, usually on Twitch. But yeah, I do love building in Minecraft, and I love hardcore as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a hardcore world that is mostly aimed towards telling the story of D&D characters by with the builds. That's why I built like the Hobbit area at first, because like halflings, as they are called in Dungeons and Dragons nowadays, they used to be called hobbits when they first got added to Dungeons and Dragons. But that was removed because of like they didn't want to run into like any copyright issues and stuff like that, which is completely fair. But yeah, that is pretty much like some of the ideas I have for future episodes, if we're gonna get that far. I do have like a lot of announcements whenever a video comes out and whenever I go live. But if you want to join my Discord, I believe if you go to my YouTube channel... Okay, wait. Let's just quickly check this. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. If you check my YouTube channel, there should be a link in my bio that is like the Linktree thing, and has Discord in that as well. The only big build I would ever make again is that house I put in media a while back. Fair enough, Copper. Fair enough. No, I like going the extra mile. I really like going the extra mile and just putting out something that is so incredibly insane that even on a distance, it's going to look incredibly cool. I mean, I can literally show you. I can literally show you right now if I just make a copy of this. Let me just quickly go to the other side, and then we're going to move this up. Okay, now we have it copied. I do have a separate creative world as well, just for these type of purposes. This is, by the way, what the original design looked like without any of the texturing and stuff. It looks kind of like a mess. But if we go into this menu again, and then we just... use the box select. Look at all the mobs, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not, you know? Right, so imagine that this is where it's going to be. Like, this is the area where I'm going to put this huge building. And over there, that is the village where the first episode was recorded. Like, right over here, this is where the Hobbit area is. So if we teleport over here, this is where the Hobbit village normally is. Imagine seeing that. Imagine seeing that from like this far away. Let's just make it like time set day. Imagine seeing a structure all the way over there like this. Besides it looking like it's fucking like, besides that, it's like absolutely terrifying. It looks sick. It looks absolutely sick. That is 1,200 blocks away from here. There's a total of 1,200 blocks away from here. I can show that as well. Like if we set a temporary waypoint over here, it's about 1,200 blocks away. That is insane looking. Absolutely insane looking. Like imagine just chilling in the Hobbit area and you just look over the mountain and then you just see this and it's like, what the? And of course, the closer you get, the more high quality it's going to be again. But yeah, it's going to look absolutely insane. I'm very excited to see what this is actually going to look like once we get to this part. But it's going to be insane. I can tell you that much. Like, the fact that the top of it doesn't even load in properly because it's that, like, that high up says a lot. That says a lot. Like, if I want to show it properly, I have to go into my video settings. I have to increase my render distance. And only then can you see the top of it. Now you only have to design a mechanism that spawns and despawns the building and bam, a mob farm. Yeah, just like just like a mumbo jumbo system that completely removes like the building itself. so that mobs will all fall down, and then like afterwards you can like trigger it again, and it will build it completely back up. Yeah, no, that sounds like an amazing idea. I just don't think it's possible. But it's gonna be sick though. It is gonna be absolutely sick. Luckily, there is an absolute abundance of calcite here. I just want to know how much actually. $1,000 blocks of calcite. Ask Mum to make it for you. He'll think it's not that complicated. I create to make the building randomly fly away in the distance while the camera focuses on something else. Oh, that would be so insane. Like, oh no, you got to make it to where the building will always follow, like, you, pretty much. So that if you turn away, the building gets closer to you like a weeping angel. But this is going to be so sick. Like, honestly, this thing is going to be sick. Also, just the fact that it's going to be so high up. First off, it's above the clouds already. But imagine that this build is 240, like, it's up to, like, level 244. Well, the ground's at, like, 120 blocks lower. Bye-bye, Copper. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of work. And that's just for the main build. That's not even, like, any, like, side builds, etc. Stop having your head in clouds. No, that's true. That's true. Like, I could technically just put another one on top of this. Like, technically speaking, we could copy this over and just put another one on top of it. Because what is the build height now? Considering that this is a total of 80 blocks tall normally. Oh, it's 319. Okay, no, we cannot put another one on top of this. That's how much space we have left. So I could do something sick as well for the design above it. What is something that... Because we got to give it some more aura, you know? Like, if we give it some more aura... I'm just trying to think, like... Technically, later on, we could add, like, a like, glass swirl around it. That kind of shows, like, the key. Gold accents on the roof. No. No. But no. But key is kind of like gold colored, though. Oh, you just wanted, like, every single time I look at it, you just want something like, You just want something like this every single time you see it. And then we just do like a sick thing like this. It's just like this sick like flying montage around it. No, we're not gonna do that. We don't. It is to a barrel roll, yeah. I'm gonna get copyright strikes for that. I'm gonna get so copyright strikes for that. That's okay. I do think though that so far it is kind of looking insane. You're building that one. I'm happy with my little starter house. You know what? Fair enough though. Fair enough. What does your starter house look like? Wait, that cave looked cool. Hold up. Oh. See, there's a reason why I wouldn't never do that in hardcore. Actually, there's a very cool cave here that I was too afraid to explore in my hardcore world, like in my hardcore episode. Because it is a huge cave, just so you know. This cave, right outside the Hobbit house, I was like, oh, I'm going to go in here, you know? I was like, yeah, sure, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. It's not fine. The amount of mobs that spawn here, with like the mine shafts over here, I just want you guys to know that this cave basically continues like if you go deeper at least, this cave continues over here even. And then from here, you can still get, like, much further as well. Now that I think about it, I mine diamonds here. But yeah, this cave is like 1,000 blocks long. And I'm not kidding. This cave is actually like 1,000 blocks long. Like, it ends somewhere over here. And it starts, like... And, like, the cave starts, like, over here. Like, this cave was just a little bit too scary to, like, explore during my, like, first episode. I still really want to explore it, but... Oh, that would have killed me. But yeah, the fact that it still continues over here is just absolutely insane. Yes, MC. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, I'm so happy with this world. Like, it took me 3 world generations to get like a world where all of the biomes I want to have nearby are also like actually nearby. Now I have no clue where, like, for example, anything is. The only thing I checked out was like, okay, good biomes? No? Okay, next world. Good biomes? No? Okay, next world. Good biomes? Yes! Okay, there we go. This is going to be the world. We're going to go on this world. And genuinely, the world generation is insane. Once again, I genuinely get quite lucky with world generation where I'm like, okay, this area is so cool. This would be a very good starter island, by the way. Because I was looking at this island in the beginning. I was like, that one could be interesting because it's very easy to light up. And it's almost perfectly flat. This area would have been amazing for a starter house. And to just make it like mob free and stuff like that. It's in Discord. Okay, let me check. Where is it? There it is. That's a beautiful house though. I love it. Oh, and with the create mod as well. I do love the create mod. I'm just not that good at it. Like, I understand it, kind of, because I can do math. But that's a very good house. I love it. But yeah, this area over here, like this island over here, would have been a perfect starter island if you would just want to build like a normal base, you know, like a normal house. It would have been perfect. You have a place for farms, you have a place for everything, pretty much. You have a village nearby, another village nearby, another village nearby as well, like 3 villages nearby. You have supply of wood, you have some access to lava, so you can easily get a nether portal. But when I like walked from the first episode, when I walked from the village, and I walked over here, I was like explaining that I want to like, find the perfect area, and literally like 5 seconds later, I just went this way, and I was like, wait, this might be it. And I went over here, and I was like, yeah, no, they're bordering some trees. They have a supply of water, so they can start a farm and stuff like that. Pack is raspberry flavored. Can recommend. I actually need to find like a... Like, the thing is, I want to find a very nice looking texture pack, but also I kind of don't. Because I do love the look of regular old Minecraft. And I feel like if I would start using texture packs and stuff like that, I would get lost in like all of the different textures. Like, that was my main my main issue with the also, this island is sick as well. Wait, this island is actually sick. But there was like this this old texture pack, something like John something. Like, it was like this medieval looking texture pack. And even though it looked incredible and it made stuff look so much cooler, so much nicer, the issue is that if you would build with the texture packs then, and you would then like turn off the texture pack, your build looked like shit. It looked horrible. And I was like, okay, no, we definitely need to like figure something out. Ooh, I don't know what this song is, but it's kind of cool. Okay. You can make clips. You actually clipped that moment. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's my issue as well. Like, I sometimes use texture packs. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of texture packs that I use. For example, like the glass pane fixes and stuff like that. Stuff like light levels, which will literally just show me what the light levels are on each block. Actually, this one didn't work. Like, I tried this one out, but this one actually didn't work. Which is why I have this. Hold up. Did I break it again? Don't tell me I broke it. I think I broke it. Oh, there we go. No, so, like, I use this now as a mod. So I can see what the light levels are on each block. So I basically don't run into any issues with like mob spawning and stuff like that, and I can just like, as soon as I place down a torch, you'll also see that the stuff around it, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, so these are the light levels now. No, I was using the right keybind, but it just didn't work. But same over here. For example, like right now, it's like able to spawn mobs because it's red. So then I know like where to place down the torches to light it up enough to where mobs will not spawn. Which honestly has saved my life more than you can imagine. It has saved my life more than you can imagine, genuinely. Like now I know where to like put it down at the very like over here. This is the lowest it can be, so that mobs will not spawn. Which is kind of fun to do as well. Just like randomly trying to find the middle and like trying to get it to work just about. So yeah, now we have like a perfectly lit up floor with the least amount of torches possible. Which creates such a trippy effect, actually. Wait, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I would probably never put it like this anyway. Because like if you normally use the walls and stuff, it's going to be a lot different anyway. That's one thing to watch out for though. Because if you place it close to the floor, of course it's going to work better. But have fun with your tic-tac-toe board. You know what? Let's play tic-tac-toe right now. Let's do it. Okay, which one do you guys want? Which one do you guys want? You guys can start. Why are you stuck in the void? I'm not. Yeah, these are the back rooms. But you guys pick a slot, okay? We're gonna play tic-tac-toe. You guys are red, and I'm blue. You vote corner? Okay, which corner? Wait, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which one do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9? Seven? Okay. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna go for the middle. Okay, it's your turn again. One. Okay, good choice, good choice. I'm gonna block you off over here. So now you can choose 2, 3, 6, 8, or 9. You freaked up. You kind of have to go for 6, yeah. Because you have to block me off. The thing is, I cannot win either. Doesn't matter what we do now, because I only have 2 chances. Like, I can only place down 2 more. If I place down here, you've got to block me off there, and there's no way I can still win. So I have to place it over there, and then you place it here. If I go there, that's not going to do anything. You could place it here. I have to block it off here. It doesn't matter what happens now. It's always going to be a tie. I played too much tic-tac-toe as a kid. Tic-tac-toe is one of those games. It's fun, but there's a massive issue with it. And the massive issue is just the fact that either you start and you can win, or you tie. It's impossible to win if you go second, because you play defensive and you have no chance to go offensive. But if you start in the middle, like let's say this is the middle, and then they go over here, then you go over here, and they go over here, then I messed up. Wait, then you go in the corner. They would have to go over here. Over here. They have to go over here. And then it's a tie again. Which is why a corner is quite important, actually. But then you have this. And then, let's say they put it over here. Now you have to block it off here. They have to block it off here. You have to block it off here. And then once again, it's a tie. If no one makes mistakes, it's always a tie. True, true. The only way to really win is, let's say you put it on the side, and they put it in the middle, and then you put it on the side, and they don't realize this. So they put it like over here. That's a mistake, because now there's 2 chances to win. So they put it over here, and congrats, you won. I'm gonna head out, maybe take a nap. Have a good stream and see you later. Bye-bye, Ender Lemon. Bye-bye, Ender. By the way, Slump, what do you think of my next build so far? So I have to replace this. For example, if you get 1 and 9, if you can get field 3 or 7, you basically win. That's true. That's true. Big. It is big. That is true. It is quite big. I mean... It is huge. Yeah. No, you're right. That is massive. Like, I'm gonna have to bring a water bucket with me. And that's what I mean if I freaked up, because... Oh yeah, true. True. Yeah, because you went for the corner, and then I went for the middle, and then you went for this corner. If you didn't go for this corner, because now it could block it off. But if you didn't go for this corner and you went for this one, I could like go over here, you would just place it over here. Oh wait, no, because if I placed it over here, you would have to block it off. And then I can still place it over here, and you place it over here. Because then I'm on the offensive one. You place it over here, and then it's still a tie. But it is true. It is true what you said. Okay, how are we going to make this look a bit smoother? First things first. Gonna add a couple of these. Which does not make it super smooth, but still smooth enough. Because now if we use, like... We're just quickly going to use walls. Which will make it look ever so slightly smoother. At the same time, I don't really like that. And if you do it like this, it's gonna have the same issue again. And if you do it like this, it's gonna have the same issue once again. Okay, this roof might actually be difficult to deal with. Huh. Because somehow, this looks smoother than this. So, we might just keep it as it is, to be fair. Especially since we still have to hang something below it as well. Let me just quickly look at that image again. Okay. think it's missing some more contrast. True. You're so right about that. We need to find a block that would work here. But in the meantime, I'm going to add some details to the bottom row here. I'm thinking about using spruce, because spruce is relatively easy to get and it kind of suits the area. So the thing I could do is just do this. And then we could do that just like this. Why are you... Why don't you line up? It's because of this. Like this one's in the middle and should be this one in the middle. Now that could work. Which gives it that like traditional look to it, but also it allows for like a little bit of space right there. Now this part over here is going to be a little bit annoying. But we could do something similar over here where we just have it like this. That might be a little bit too much though. That might be a little bit too much. But we'll keep it in for now and then we'll see later. Maybe we could increase this a little bit. Your lanterns. Let's see what they look like. Let's see what they look like. I mean, we could add lanterns. That's something we could definitely do. It's going to cost a lot of iron, and that does give me reason to make an iron farm as well. Because what if... we add lanterns to the corners? I kind of like that. Okay, it looks a little goofy because the lanterns are very small compared to the massive building. That's true. That's true.
Drop centuries ago and still along. Presidential drift from G. Washington. Shout out to him, the wick strong. If you think of playing me, you need major keys. Still minor leagues, you ain't brawn. This Mozart in that one chord, now he wants smoke, so it's on. Call me dramatic, guess they ain't wrong. Definitely hating, faking, that's law. That classical brings that capital. I just caught Napoleon once. Riding with my stallion and I'm gone. Got my hits and mama gives when grades come. Gotta get the plague to be sick as us. 99 problems, my pitch ain't one. You ain't toe to toe with Tovin. The next Johan call me Tupac. Constitution, no drip on him. I'm Major G, watch your tone.
What if...
You're candlelit, I'm sun glowing. I ain't got the time, message vision prime. Just to get the bars fly on them. $10 a show, I'm rolling. And the Mozart comes at me with a diss track. Got quick hands, I can really get his...
Well, frog lights are incredibly difficult to get, and I don't really want to explore the nether just yet. Because otherwise I'm going to be rushing through the game a bit too quick, in my opinion. But these lamps definitely give, like, the right vibe. Oh, you meant glowstone. I don't like the glowstone look. No, that looks too big. Too big and clunky, I think. But maybe we could fix that with some... Still looks a bit clunky. Oh, you mean the shroom lights? If you like the redstone lamps, encase them maybe with the edges with fences, that could work. That could work. Let's see. Let's see. And then we kind of like repeat this over here. That does kind of look sick, though. That looks kind of sick. Lock in! I am locked in. No, because that's going to make it look too square again. So it's definitely the right choice to do it like this. Log out? No, I'm not going to... What do you mean log out? Maybe we could give it that more traditional feeling. I mean, mangrove is going to be annoying to get, but it is definitely a possibility. I mean, I literally have a replace function. What? Okay, what am I doing? Hold up. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Oh, that's gonna happen every single time, isn't it? Okay, I see how it is. What if we do something absolutely insane? Like this. And then we grab some mangrove. Kind of making it look like those lanterns, you know? Like the ones that you would see in like China and stuff. Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm focusing on like what looks better with the building, and I think this like genuinely looks better with the mangrove, which is going to be annoying to get because I have no idea where mangrove forest is. But it looks like these yeah, like the wish lanterns. I think we have to go for this. Because it gives like a nice contrast, because it gives a little pop of color compared to like the spruce. Let's just remove these real quick. And let's just copy all of these. Just gotta make sure that I don't have a selection. I do not. Perfect. That's my bad. I forgot to copy these. Everything should be copied now. That might look very cool, actually. Wait. Let's just quickly do it along one side completely. Thank you for luck. Now the thing is, I don't know if we should have it everywhere. No, definitely not everywhere, because that makes it too repetitive. We could do it every second floor, or like the middle 3. But it does actually look like the wish lanterns, which is amazing. Okay, let's just quickly remove them. Yeah. No, that's true, that's true. So you would say put them on these ones. Like this. I mean, that would make more sense, because this part over here is still going to be fully decorated. And I mean, we could still add it on the bottom, technically. So let's just do that just to see what that looks like. But we don't have to, because we're going to have different lights there. No, so we're not going to do that. I love Axiom so much, genuinely. Yeah, that's definitely the right call, to have it a little bit less, but still enough. Because this one, like this layer, has so many things happening that otherwise it would be way too much, like way too clustered. I mean, technically we could still add them over here as well. But I don't think that's going to look good. So that's not something we're going to do. Instead, what we're going to do now is we're going to focus on all of these. And we're going to replace these with the mangrove version. Okay, never mind, that doesn't work. So we're going to do it manually. And then we're going to use these ones. That gives us a much nicer look. Are you planning to add windows? Yes. Yes, we are. We're planning to do that. I think this is definitely good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select everything. Oops, I have the box select, so I can just do it like this. We can copy it, and we can just move it over here. Now this part's going to be a little bit annoying because we have to figure out how to do it over here. There was a replace function. I did not want to use that. I think we should go for a similar thing over here again. Kind of like this again. And then this is the part where we're going to run into a few issues. So we could say like we're going to do it every 2 blocks. But it doesn't add up here. But this part is definitely a little bit more tricky to figure out. I mean, that could technically work. Just keeping it simple on this side. I don't like simple. So like a mod pack with friends tomorrow. Kinda hyped. Hell yeah. What type of mod pack? Huh. This could work. Maybe. I think that could genuinely work. Like, we're trying to fight the limitations of Minecraft, of course. Create Chronicles The Adventure. Ooh, that sounds sick. Oh. Going right through the building and just paste it over here. Now we bring it forward the tiniest amount, and there we go. Now you just have to do something like this for every single layer. I pretty much know nothing about it, but it looked cool, so we chose it. It's a mix of Create 6.0 and some exploration mods. Although I'm going to focus on building and automating, fair enough. The fence gates between normal fences, I do love it as well. And even on this one, where it looks a little bit weird and a little bit like that doesn't connect, if you look at it from the bottom, you're not really going to notice that. But it allows the fence to like stand wide open, making it a little bit wider just in general. Let's just quickly see how many places we have in between here. That doesn't work. That does work. Now you only have to write 2,000-page in-game book on a lantern that explains the entire lore of the world. On a lectern. No. Absolutely not. We're not going to do that. Listen, I know I said it's a passion project, right? But there's a moment where passion becomes insanity. I think that just adds like just the right amount of color. I think, yeah, no, I genuinely think that is the right amount of color. Like, sure, we could still add this over here, make it a little bit wider, but I don't really like that. So we're going to keep it like that. And now over here, hopefully it works as well with every two. Is that gonna? It's not gonna work because that's not the middle anymore. This is the middle. I think simple is the best way to go here. Passion equals insanity for me. That's why it's really hard for me to stay motivated in the games I play. Also, the reason I bought Terraria and played 120 hours in 2 weeks. 120 hours in 2 weeks is absolutely insane. I feel like there's a fine line between like passion and insanity. And like I know myself, and I've had multiple times where I just, even with like editing the video, because technically it was supposed to be released on the 1st, but there's like this moment where like I kind of like overwork myself, and then I lose the passion for it, which is something I try to avoid. It wasn't summer break. Okay, fair enough. I don't get summer break. I work in an office. But when I used to get like summer break, I would do the same thing. Not with Terraria, because I barely even played Terraria, to be fair. There we go. Boop. 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 Oh, this is adding so much detail to it that I didn't know it needed. Look up the crafting recipe for the Soul of Eternity. That is what I crafted. Soul of Eternity crafting tree. What the frick? What? See, this is the reason why I never got into Terraria. Like, this just looks confusing to me. So you have to make a Soul of the Universe first, then the Soul of Dimensions. Then you need eternal energy from a mutant boss. Then the Soul of Siblings and the Soul of Terraria to be able to craft the Soul of... Okay, what the heck? And then to make a Berserker Soul, you have to put all of these into a Crucible of Cosmos, which is basically you have to put... Okay, what the heck? This is giving me a headache. Look at this, is giving me a headache. So you have to get an Icicle, which is okay. Then to make a Celestial Shell, you have to make a Celestial Stone and a Moon Shell. To make a Celestial Stone, you need a Moonstone, which you get from Vampires, and a Sunstone, which you get from a Golem. Then for the Moon Shell, you need a Neptune Shell, which you get from Creatures of the Deep, Moon Charm from Werewolves. Then you need the Sky Dragon's Fury, which you get from Betsy. Then a Scourge of the Corruptor from the Corruption Chests. Then you also need to make a Barbarian's Essence, which you need a Hollowed Bar for, which is from any mechanical boss. You need a flammering for it, a falcon blade, a ice blade, a stylish scissors. Okay, no, this is insane. This is insane. Yeah, but there's a reason I never played Terraria. Like, I've had Terraria for 8 years, something like that. I've played a total of 7.2 hours. Last time I played it was in 2021, and it was the very first time I played it. I've never touched it again afterwards. It's too much. Like, that's my main issue with Terraria and stuff. Sometimes games can be a little bit too much. They can still be amazing games, but so a modded Calamity Infernum, Wrath of the Gods. Thorium Calamity Overhaul, Legendary Mode, Crimruption for the world. That does sound like an anime title. That does sound like an anime title. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. In the meantime, I'm just building. I'm just building. I'm just chill building, you know? I feel like if we're going to use mangrove, we might as well turn this into mangrove as well. But then we also do need some wall, which we probably need the nether brick walls for. Just so we have that shade of red, because otherwise it's this one, which is a little bit... Like, I feel like this mesh is just a little bit better, but it does require me to go to the nether. Which is slightly worrying. I mean, I don't have to, because I could do it with some other blocks. Also, I could add gold. I could always make a gold. Let's just ever so quickly replace this. That does look sick, though. That does look sick. But what if we use raw gold instead? In combination with some yellow. Because this brings in the lanterns a little bit. So we'll get some bamboo. And we'll get some yellow. That's a bit too much of a difference, because I am supposed to go to this one first. Like, something like that could still work, you know? But maybe if we go for this one in between as well. Thing is, these are gonna die, I believe. I'm trying to like figure something out. We're back. Okay. Does that work? I think it does work, but maybe not the way I intend it to. I mean, I could still, like, make it even lighter over here. That does kind of look sick though. Like the gold accent to it. Maybe if we do this instead, where we just extrude it a little bit.
For 2 years straight to the face. Champagne belly bubble still won't go away. Last year my best man hit a stain with bad face. Now he's got a hell behind the water's cold case. I wake up with pain sometime and never go.
So now we've made it thicker.
In my city gritty, gotta keep it on your waist, or you might be a victim.
can do this and then shrink this down. That does certainly help already. And then we could just grab a couple of these. Just to make it look slightly smoother, ever so slightly. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let's just get rid of these again. Okay, and we have perfect. I do like it a bit better when it's like a little deeper in. That's what she said. But I'm trying to like figure out this part over here. Oh, that looks a lot smoother. That looks a lot smoother. I mean, listen. You can't just tune up to a hiking stream and not expect a singular That's What She Said joke. Okay, so it's half, 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 half. So it's half, and this is supposed to be half, 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 half. Right? Is that correct? Seems to be. That's a half slab, that's a half slab. So until here, it's supposed to be half slabs. And there we go. So now we've copied it over to the other side. That looks a lot smoother. First live impression, by the way. Okay, that's true. That is true. I think I do like the gold accent though, because like it helps tie in the like redstone lamps with the entire build as well. Even though it's not super obvious, when you would look at it from this angle, it'd be like, oh, okay, so that's kind of like golden colors. Oh, that's kind of like golden colors. Okay, now we just gotta flip it. Seems to be lined up. There we go. What games do you play? I primarily play Minecraft. On stream, I usually just play Minecraft. However, I do have, every once in a while, I'll do a random game day, pretty much. So that's why you can expect some different games as well. And then it really depends on like what the community votes on. And every once in a while, like once every 500 years, you do see that I just like randomly select a different game. For example, lately, like we've played some Peak, which is an amazing game, very chaotic, very fun. Oh, in my free time. So in my free time, I mean, to be fair, I still play a lot of Minecraft in my free time as well. But definitely stuff like Peak, just literally the most random games that you can imagine. Think about a random game, and I have probably played it. I mean, lately I've been playing Mario Kart World as well, which I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. That is true. I do love Sea of Thieves as well. I mean, Sea of Thieves is just amazing, you know? Random is great, although there are many well-known AAA games or indie games that are also great. Satisfactory, I've played a lot of Satisfactory as well. Like, I'm gonna be very honest, it is very difficult to find a game that I've not at least tried. Except for Star Wars games and Batman games, I've never tried those. Except for Lego Star Wars and Lego Batman. Good morning. Okay, that woke me up. Oh, does a sneeze ever wake you guys up? Because, like, damn. Satisfactory is a game for me that I always come back to. Accumulated 800 hours by now. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I love how the vibes of this entire wall stays the same, but still changes quite a bit as well. It's not gonna line up, dang it. That's okay, actually. You just went to a parallel universe, like the surroundings don't feel the same anymore. I don't think I've ever had that, but that sounds insane. And turn around and paste. And now we just do a little flip and we paste it. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. But on this one we're just going to use the magic select instead. Quick flip. Done. I'm starting to really like the build. You're starting to get the dad sneeze? Oh no! Oh no! I mean, I'm 24 and I still haven't, like, I mean, to be fair, I'll probably never get that. I'm starting to really like it. Please let it work now. There's 3 in between. That's okay. That's okay. Rather have 3 in between than less. I also see the builds coming together with more details on the walls. It's a certified banger. I mean, the windows are going to add so much detail already. This build's definitely going to be expensive, though. That's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. Like, I feel like I've kind of like made a mistake. Like, this pattern, by the way, is going to keep repeating, as you've noticed. It's just because it's a good pattern, you know? Like, that's a good pattern. It kind of looks like one of those, like, traditional Chinese symbols, in my opinion. Which is kind of wrong, because it's a Japanese build. I mean, snow blocks are not going to be the worst, you know? They're fine. Actually, why am I building this one again? I don't... I can just... Sometimes I forget that I've already built it and I could just do this. Which is 10 times faster. And to be fair, the inside still has to change as well. I wonder if this is going to be the most expensive build I've ever, like, constructed. I do think for the top, though, we should, instead of having the gold, we should have the mangrove. Which, I'm going to hate myself for this. But we do kind of need it. Now the question is, which one? So we're going to do a half of each. I'm so happy with the replace thing, though. Like, the replace thing is a lifesaver right now. Like, Should we have it like this, or should we do it with this one? Or maybe, should we just do it with a lot of different things? We say like, okay, it's gonna start off with this, kind of like randomly placed, then goes to this. That doesn't really work. Wait, let's see. What if we do redstone? What if we use the gradient helper in this case? Crispy chicken burgers are good. They taste good. I mean, this is also a possibility. I think this one might be a bit better. It's a bit more muffled looking, but that might be just slightly better. Actually, we're going to do it in a different way. We're just quickly going to replace it all with red terracotta. So we can select it. And now that we select it, we can create a gradient from red wool to red, what was it? Red concrete? Then terracotta. Then mangrove. Specifically this one. And then it was mangrove planks. And then what we can do is we can just set it to spherical and do it like this maybe? Nope, not spherical. Plane, and then have it like this. That's the wrong way around, so we're going to do it like this. It definitely adds something. I just don't know if I like the red wool. So what if we remove the red wool and then do the same thing? That might be slightly better. That might just be slightly better. I do like the gold though. Like, I do genuinely like the gold in it. But maybe we should continue it out until this one as well. Like, it's all trial and error at the moment. Yeah, no, the gold is definitely a better choice for this. That's not supposed to be possible. That might honestly be a better choice. And now we can use the walls as well, which is just a nice addition. Yeah, that is so much better actually. Sure, it looks a little bit weird, right? Like, it looks a little bit weird as well. I think it's because it's not enough. That's a little better. Yeah, no, that definitely works. That definitely works. A little much for the space up there, like too thick. Oh, but that can be solved. That can be solved. Don't worry about that. I mean, I guess what you mean, though. Like, it's supposed to be a little bit thicker, but not this much. So if you thin it out a little... Oh no, because now it's like too thin. I feel like it's now, like, it's a little bit too sharp now. I mean, this could definitely work. I think it is a small improvement. It's a small improvement over this. I definitely agree with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just create a selection of this. And then we're just going to delete these and replace it with what we just added. So it's like a little bit thinner now. And then by doing this and replacing the background, you can make it look a little bit thinner even. Not here though. So that way it's just a tiniest bit thinner by just adding this. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Placing these two golden blocks like this. There we go. Now it's a little bit thinner even. This is definitely one heck of a build, though. Okay, now we've got to see where the windows will be added. Now, if we take this image back, you can see there's a bunch of windows. Does that mean I'm going to add that many windows? No, absolutely not. But it does mean I can use that as a guideline. So what I can do is, for example, like the middle over here technically has a window. We're not going to add a window there, but we will add them on the side here. I mean, I could still add it over here, to be fair. No, that's not going to look good. So what if I do this instead? That looks kind of sick. So we're adding many more windows over here. But I do really like it. I do really like these windows because they follow the roof. And even from the inside, it doesn't really change a thing because it's too high anyway. And these should line up perfectly with those. Now these ones are going to be slightly interesting, because I do want a window in here as well. I don't really like that. I'm also trying to be very cautious not to create block from it. Maybe for windows fences with black concrete behind. I mean, it's going to be like an area that you can actually like work and live in. So I'm not going to use black concrete behind it. So that also means I still have to do interior. Like, there definitely have to be some windows in here. So I could technically do something like this, maybe. Like, simple windows like that. I do like those. And that's like a repetitive pattern that we can kind of do all around. This part is going to be a little bit challenging, but we can still duplicate these windows. These areas are going to have a lot of windows, I feel like. But let's first do this small area over here. Maybe more like this. So that we have the rounded shape as well. Ooh, okay, I like that, I like that, I like that. I like this a lot, actually. I actually don't know if I like it. Because what if I wanted more like this? Yeah, that's better. That is definitely better. Okay, we just need to add a couple more windows. We could technically add a window over here. I don't know if I like that though. I'm also like kind of like racing against the clock right now because I do have to go in like a couple of minutes. Let's first work on this area over here. I did the same thing. I'm once again doing the same thing. Okay, there we go. Oh, I forgot. There's this area over here which we can't actually do anything with. In that case, what we can do is we can do this. I think. Yeah, that's the maximum we can do. It did kind of look like a phase. I'm not gonna lie. It did. Definitely did. It's still kind of gonna look like a face though. Can I still remove this? I can. Perfect. Lots of windows here, so there's a lot of visibility. It does really look like a face, doesn't it? The question is, are we going to fix it, and how are we going to fix it?
I know what you mean with mischievous.
Oh my god, this project is taking so incredibly long. I mean, the results so far is sick though. It's awesome. Now we just have to figure out where we want windows to be, and then it's pretty much done. I mean, we could go basic and just say like, okay, you know what, we're gonna add a window over here, and another one over here, and do the same thing on the other side. That is something that we could do. Very, very minimal. Who thought adding windows could be so difficult? On like empty walls. I do kind of want to see what this entire thing looks like in the actual world though. Like the window thing I could do that some other time. It's sort of like practically done anyway. Let me just copy this. Are you ready to see a bunch of mobs fall down again? That's not that bad. Okay, I'll say one thing. This is going to be absolutely insane looking. Let me just quickly fix this area over here with the extrude. There we go. That is going to look incredible. Like, for the hardcore series, this is going to look so incredibly cool. We just need to think about like how we want to build a staircase and that kind of stuff. That is definitely like cool looking though. Oh, that's a bit too far away. But that looks so cool. Let me just find a nice angle and then quickly make a screenshot of it. Of course, with shaders. I mean, we could technically go even closer like this. But then we need to find a new angle. The clouds are just slightly in the way. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Sadly, I still do have to take a shower and stuff. And my laundry and everything before going to work again tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll make sure to be back sometime very, very soon. Because now that we have the majority done of this build, we can start exporting it over to like a Metacad file and actually start building this for my hardcore world, which is going to be so cool. It took multiple days to like get it just right, but I'm very happy with it so far. Like I think it portrays the kind of like the traditional monastery very, very nicely. So yeah, I'm gonna head over here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. And if you haven't already, please do check out my latest video as well. Anyway, bye bye everyone. Bye bye.